Welcome to Algebra 2, Module 1, Unit 1, Lesson 10. We're going to look a little bit and getting ready for the remainder theorem. Here we go. Alright, so we're going to take the polynomial function there, f of x, and we need to, according to this, divide it by x minus 2. So that's where we're going to start here. So, I want you to set this thing up, take the x minus 2 and divide it into this, and then when you're done also, I want you also to take f of 2 and figure out what f of 2 is. So plug a 2 into this for each one. So set it up, take a moment, pause the video, do those two things, and then come on back and make sure you got those parts right. Okay, so I did the work up here. Divided the x into the 3x squared times 3x, multiplied times the minus 2, got these two here. Change the signs, you got the as remainder, brought down your minus 4, did the process again, 14. Well, remember, we're done. I got a remainder of 24. Put the 24 over what I was dividing by here, the x minus 2, and that is our answer up here. So that's what I got there. Then, in the f of 2, if you plugged it in to the equation here, you put it in, and what that gives you, f of 2, you got 3x 3 times 2 squared plus 8 times 2 minus a 4. Do the math, you get 24 as remainder. So I want you to notice that. 24 is remainder, and that. Okay, now we're going to go on to our second example. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing. This time I got g of x as a function, a little bigger. We got a cubic going on here. We're going to divide by x plus 1. And I want you then also to find what g of negative 1 is. Okay? So pause the video, do those two things. We're going to talk, and I'm going to leave you thinking on this. Okay?
That's interesting. A full-size Titanic replica is being built.
Alright, so on this video here, take a look here. I want to judge the thing divided by x plus 1 into this problem. Got a remainder of this, so negative 2 over, and I put it over the x plus 1. And then we plugged in g of negative 1. And when I did the math and cubed it, I got negative 1. That squared is positive 1, but times the negative 3 is negative 3. Minus 6 plus 8, the whole thing is minus 2. So I think you can notice, what are you noticing the pattern here? F of negative 1 equals this. The remainder is this when I divide it by x plus 1. And I want you to think about what's the relationship between x plus 1 that I'm dividing by here, and when I do the function of g of negative 1. I want to know where y is basically equal to negative 1. So there is a relationship here that we want to talk about, and that's called the remainder theorem. And we will talk about this in class tomorrow. See you then.